my way down, like I put an elbow on him like this to keep the momentum that way. Ian Garry, again, very, very crafty on the feet, very good range. From orthodox to southpaw. Southpaw is going to give you a whole different group of dangerous tools. He's going to have to find a range that's that little bit closer, close enough for Islam to be in a position where he can effectively grab a leg, come forward that little bit too aggressive, or you try and cut into range too quickly. He'll either get the takedown or he'll still run you in the shots. That's something that Islam was better than Khabib at.
What do you think about my predictions? Let me know in the comments, please. Defending the throne, this time in the welterweight division. The 4-time title defender in the lightweight division, Islam Makhachev looks to set history, defending the belt in multiple categories and against a very irritating opponent. Ian Garry has got a very irritating style. Some might find him an irritating person, and he's even claiming this week that he's fought better competition than what Islam Makhachev has.
So if you look at my last 5 opponents versus Islam's last 5 opponents, in my opinion, it's not a discussion who's more difficult.
Speaking about this fight, like how you been focusing on the training, like after your team study, Ian, I know you want to get a finish. So how you been focusing? What you been focusing more on this camp?
Focusing just we spar a lot with good strikers. I spar with some of the guys who are taller than me, but we're not focusing in upper. We're just focusing to come to the cage with the great shape. This is the most important thing for us.
It's UFC 330 Fight Week in Philadelphia. Brian Campbell and the Westland gangster himself, the Hall of Famer Chael P. Sonnen. 2 title fights atop the marquee this Saturday live on Paramount+. But how about this main event? History on the line as Islam Makhachev makes the first defense of his welterweight title against #1 contender Ian Machado Garry.
Who do you got this week in Kamaru? You got Islam Makhachev or Ian Garry, your former teammate?
But, okay, so tell me, what does Ian Garry do to get this done?
Yeah, just keep it on his feet. Keep it on his feet, use the jab, use the length, kick the lead leg, exactly what he did to Carlos Prates. But the question is could he get off of the ground? And that's the biggest question that everybody has for a guy like Ian Garry. But if he could use the jab, kick the lead leg, and just pretty much circle, move, he's going to get another unanimous. He could possibly get another unanimous decision if he's able to play that game.
Because that'll be the game plan, let's be honest. Or will Islam Makhachev take him down, ragdoll him all over the place, choke him out unconscious and put him to sleep?
Send him 2-3 years Dagestan and forget.
I think so, but I don't know that I can tell you he's going to get his credit. I mean, there's something to that. You got to have the mandate of the masses, regardless of how good you are. It's a popularity contest, regardless of what achievements you have. I don't know that Islam has that right now. I think he's a little bit of a slower rise. I think he is going to be one of the organization's biggest stars, maybe only behind like Alex Pierre and Paddy the Batty. But I don't know that he'll be recognized for that. And can I tell you why? He's teammates with Khabib. Khabib's record will always be more beautiful than Islam's because he never got defeated. And when you're teammates with a guy that you are saying is better than you.
Because he's very tall and long, he's got very accurate striking, and he's very quick. He's also got a great cardio base, and you need to have that if you're fighting on your back foot a lot of the time. But will Islam do it? Well, listen, Islam Makhachev's talking about going over to the boxing world. Apparently there was an offer from Turkey Al Sheikh, right, which I think is a little bit crazy, but they could give him. But can he beat Islam Makhachev? Yes, he's got a style maybe to where he has a good chance, but I think over 5 rounds Islam Makhachev will find him, will take him down, and will get the submission.
Stop. Tuivasa referenced you. He said he KO you, no hands. I'm sure Tuivasa referenced me. Fuck Tuivasa. I would beat the fuck out of Tuivasa. You think Gary's gonna win? I'm leaning Garry right now. I just feel like Islam is the GOAT though, and like he's such a fucking savage.
Yep. And that's the nasty monster you have to deal with when you fight Islam Makhachev, is that he's good on his feet, you come to close the void on him, he has a takedown, he recognizes pattern shifts when you go to southpaw to orthodox, and he's able to take advantage of the opportunities that present to him when his opponent's in southpaw and orthodox.
No hay nadie que puede hacer lo que Islam que puede hacer. People, they talk about put him in against the cage, that way don't go against the cage because he won't be able to take it down. Con Islam te puede tumbar en medio de la jada, no le importa dónde estás, te va a tumbar.
Hay una frase que repites mucho, Javier, que es la de Father's Plan. haciendo el homenaje y acordándonos de Abdulmanap, ¿no? Nurmagomedov. El Father's Plan era, entre otras cosas, que Khabib fuera campeón, y lo fue, que Islam luego fuera campeón, y que Usman Nurmagomedov, que ya es campeón de PFL, también fuera campeón, ¿no? Que cada uno fuera haciendo en su time, en su tiempo, en su periodo, en su época, fuera el campeón mundial de la división del peso ligero.
It's kind of one of those fights as well where Ian Garry has to be perfect for the whole 25 minutes, and if he isn't, it gives Islam like a massive edge, I suppose, in the end result. Because like the Shavkat fight, I watched it back yesterday, and like in the first minute, I think the fight was in the clinch, and it stayed there for maybe 3 minutes. And when they came out, like Ian looked a bit tired. Now he went 5 rounds, and he was still fine towards the end of it.
Jorge Masvidal is backing Islam Makhachev to win the fight, but he doesn't expect an early finish. Masvidal believes Islam could have the advantage over the full fight and is leaning toward a decision victory. He also joked that when everyone picks the same fighter, he starts thinking about choosing the opposite side just to cover the group's predictions and keep things interesting.
And Jorge, how many you got for him?
He'll get one around.
Well, you guys all have Islam winning, or you have?
Yeah, I have Islam.
Do you guys have by finish, or do you guys have by decision?
I feel like every time that all 4 of us.
Jorge Masvidal believes Islam Makhachev could potentially submit Ian Machado, although he admits that would be a huge statement. He sees Islam using his wrestling to wear Ian down and create openings on the ground. Masvidal predicts that Islam could eventually finish the fight either through ground and pound or a submission, especially if the constant wrestling slows Ian down enough for Islam to lock in a choke.
Sub. That's what I think.
You think he's gonna sub him?
Sub. I think so.
Someone put Ian as my favorite fighter.
Why are you laughing at them?
That would be crazy if he subbed him. I'm not going to go that far and say that I think he's going to.
He just sets things up different, you know. I think he finishes him.
Ian Machado says this training camp hasn't been about simply figuring out how to beat Islam Makhachev. For him, the real goal is becoming the best version of himself and preparing to become world champion. Garry believes that once he defeats Islam and has the championship belt around his waist, everything changes. He'll become the fighter everyone wants to challenge, and he's preparing himself for that moment.
Because this camp for me hasn't been about trying to beat Islam Makhachev and beat the champion. It's about Ian Machado Garry becoming the champion of the world. So this fight camp has been me being the best version of me, because when I win this title, when I beat Islam, and that belt is wrapped around my waist, I'm the guy everybody's coming for.
Tom Aspinall is picking Islam Makhachev to win by decision, mainly because he believes Islam has a better chance of controlling the fight than Ian Machado has of landing something decisive. However, Aspinall admits Ian absolutely has a chance to win and says he isn't completely confident in his prediction. Still, he feels it's difficult to see anyone in the division beating Islam right now, especially over 5 rounds.
Go on, what are we thinking? Are you swaying on this one?
Islam Makhachev, decision.
Reasons why?
I just think that he's got more chance of him controlling the fight than Ian landing something. That being said, I think it's completely possible that Ian can win, and I'm not 100% confident in my prediction either, but I can't think that anybody in the welterweight division is going to beat Islam at the moment.
Mighty Mouse believes Islam Makhachev will face a completely different challenge against Ian Machado Garry. He expects Ian to rely heavily on his length, maintain distance, and force Islam to move forward. At the same time, Islam has shown excellent distance control, patiently staying just outside range while looking for the right moment to close the distance and secure a takedown.
How it's going to be from Ian Garry. Ian Garry is, he's going to be using his length. He's going to be trying to be long. He's going to be trying to force Islam Makhachev to come across the void, where JDM is doing a good job of trying to press Islam and have him engage. And Islam's doing a good job of keeping that nice little distance between the two and just looking for his opportunity to get the takedown.